first travel to inform Banbridge this weekend in what's always been a very difficult tie for Old Wesley when facing Banbridge away. Wesley struck first this week after Reuben Pinn snaffled an overthrown line-out from Banbridge, feeding captain Ian McGann with an inside pass, and Gansey, with a bit of work to do, races over the line to score next to the posts. The extras were added by Ian Cassidy, giving Wesley an early 7-0 lead. The Wesley lead was short-lived when Banbridge replied via a score from one of their own lineouts. A strong Banbridge maul brought play right up to the Wesley line, and Wesley with little choice but to try and sack. But referee had deemed that the sack was illegal and awarded Banbridge a penalty try, meaning the score was 7-all after 20 minutes. With the sides level, Wesley had a period of sustained pressure within the Banbridge half. But it was definitely a period of bend, don't break by the Banbridge defence, with them holding strong and holding out Wesley. But again, Wesley were given the opportunity to extend their scores through the boot of Ian Cassidy. Cass with this fine kick just outside of the Banbridge 22, putting Wesley 10-7 ahead. Wesley again here looking to spark something off set-piece ball, this time Alex Malloy taking a great ball down the blind side, moving Wesley well into the 22. Some strong carries by the forwards, JJOD and Josh Pym, moved Wesley right up to that Banbridge line, but again it was a case of bend, don't break for the Banbridge defence, eventually resulting in a Old Wesley penalty for Banbridge being offside in the middle of the park. Cassidy again stood up to add the extras, giving Wesley a 13-3 lead heading into the break. Wesley failed to clear their lines from the Banbridge kickoff, and again giving Banbridge the opportunity to narrow the gap right at half time as they went off their feet at ruck time. Banbridge opting to take a kick for the posts right on the death of half time. A long range attempt went right over the black spot, meaning that Wesley went in with a 3-point lead, 13 points to 10 at the half. Wesley opening the second half just as they opened the first. This time it was via the forwards again, with pressure on the Banbridge line. And after 6 or 7 phases hammering the line, Ben Murphy played a short pop pass out to Josh Pym, who crashed over from 2 metres out for Wesley's opening score of the second half. The conversion was missed by Cassidy, and Wesley now led 18 points to 10. Banbridge again on the attack, applying pressure to Wesley, and Wesley giving away another penalty for going off their feet at ruck time. Again, it was the Banbridge 10 who stepped up and slotted the ball over to reduce the gap 18 points to 13 halfway through the second half. Again, it was a stout defence in the second half, just as it was in the first half by Banbridge. But again, Banbridge, in an attempt to slow the ball down at the ruck, gave Wesley a penalty, long way out towards the halfway, which was converted by Cassidy. Wesley now went into a 21 points to 13 lead. From the restart, Banbridge applying pressure on Old Wesley, and Old Wesley trying to get out of their own half and relieve the pressure via Charlie O'Regan box kick. But unfortunately, with so much pressure at ruck time, Wesley went offside and gave Banbridge another opportunity to reduce the deficit. Again, it was the Banbridge out half who stepped up and scored from a reasonable distance out to leave the scores at 21 points to 16. And that is how the game finished, with Wesley managing to defend a late Banbridge surge and hang on for 4 vital points on the road. The first return home next week to take on Old Belvedere in Donnybrook.
That's okay.